Hey guys, this is going to be my final thoughts on the Tower Hobbies cutback. I got this truck not too long ago, and I have really been running and bashing the heck out this thing. And I just wanted to give my personal final thoughts on this. I'm not going to take too long in this video. So, do I like the truck? I actually do. I haven't been a big short course truck fan, but with this, I have actually really liked this truck. It's been a joy to drive. I know that some people have had issues with nose heaviness with this, but I put a little bit more power in this thing. I did change out the gear ratios, and it does get better and faster acceleration. So that helped me a lot with the jumps, and I also adjusted the speed controller and put a little bit more weight towards the back. So that helped with the nose diving of it, and I haven't had any problems with it at all. Stock out the box, I do recommend going ahead and changing out the spur gear. I think it's a 62 or 64 to spur gear that comes with it. Go ahead and change that out and put the 54 in there, and go ahead and put also a 13 tooth is what I was running pinion gear, and that should give you great speed with that. You're gonna see about a 7, 8, 10 mile per hour difference. I know it seems kind of great, but it actually gives you a huge difference in speed and jump. As far as any parts that have broke on this, I only had one thing that broke or went bad on this, and that was the servo. The gears and the servo just actually stripped. Other than that, the steering arm, the steering arm on the servo, the teeth in there kind of stripped out as well, and that's just because one of the screws came loose, and you know what happens with that. But other than that, I have not broken one part on this car. I did do one upgrade to this, and this is just because I wanted a little bit better response for myself. I did upgrade to a Castle Mamba Max Pro, and the speed in the motor is the RC Gear Shop 3900 kV motor. This combination I have in here has been perfect for this, whether it's been on 2S or 3S. Like I said, I haven't had any issues or problems out this, except for, like I said, I replaced the servo with a Metal Gear servo, and somehow this stripped out a little bit. So I'll probably have to replace this servo horn here. But other than that, I haven't had any issues or problems out this truck at all. The tires are somewhat similar to these look like some of the Helion tires, but like I said, they've given me good traction and tread. You see in some of the videos when I'm stopping, it is kind of making a screeching noise like a real car, which is actually pretty cool. Adjustability, if you wanted to adjust some things on this, you will have to change out some of the parts here, because a lot of this isn't adjustable, which is fine for what it's worth. But this has been well built. I think Tower Hobbies did a good job with what they were trying to do and accomplish here. And don't let people talk about the speed out the box to tear you away from this, because if you change out the spur gear, or it's actually got a center diff in it, change that out, put the 54 in there, put some heavier diff oil in there, you'll be fine. Trust me, this thing is pretty solid, and it handles really well as well. I think if you got a better air flowing body, because it does tend to, when you're accelerating at high speeds, especially on a 3S, it does tend to get a lot of air in there. Or you can probably drill some holes or maybe cut some slits in here to make this a little bit more aerodynamic. That's a little oil. I think it'll be a great beginner's truck, and I think you can even be competitive at a local level with this. Comparing it to other trucks real quick, I have my Slash right here. This, of course, is my all tricked out, bling, bling, hardly ran at all Slash. It's got Proline shocks on it and stuff. But, I mean, with this, I had to do particular things to this to at least be comparable to this cutback. Not saying that the cutback's better than the Slash or the Slash is better than the cutback, etc., blah, blah, blah. But I had to get aluminum shock towers, as you see on here, and the cutback comes with those. So just as far as comparing these two, I still like them both, because this is not my Slash Max. I still run my Slash Max daily or whenever I get a chance to. But as far as just comparing these two, Tower Hobbies is, I think, on a good standing ground with this truck right here. And it looks like they may even try to create a buggy based off of, you see this body mount there, which would be interesting, because if they create a buggy out of this, I think I'd be interested in getting that to see how they do that because some of these parts in the front of this, like this bumper, isn't something you can just take off and kind of leave bare naked there. So you'd have to have another part or another bumper to put on there for that. So other things about this, the parts are pretty cheap online. You see it's got that metal chassis underneath. And they do have the $1.99 shipping for parts that you would need for this. So I'm probably about 90% of the things, but I have not broken one part, and I've jumped this thing on concrete and a couple of things. I haven't just trashed and bashed it because I'm trying to bash my cars that bad and that hard, but I haven't had any problems, like I said, except for that servo. So that'd probably be the one thing that you guys want to change out is if you get this is the servo. It does come with the different gears to put the 54 in there. So, and I'm running it, like I said, a 54 tooth spur and a 32 pitch. I'm sorry, and a 13 tooth pinion gear. You can't run a 64 tooth spur gear with a 13 pinion. It will not fit. How they have it out the box with the 64 and 11, I believe that's the largest you can go because of the way this motor mount adjusts. But like I said, that's fine. That's not nothing to fault with. But this truck was built solid, and I actually liked it. And I'm gonna probably do some conversion to this. I may make it into a rally car, or may make it even to something similar to my Slash Max, just to see how it handles with the different body and how the air flows with it. So those are my final thoughts on this truck. I think it was good. The brushless system in it is okay. It does lag just a little bit on acceleration, but that's something I think can be adjusted, you know, with radio trims and stuff. But I just, like I said, put this in there because I wanted to see how it would perform with a different power system in it. And it performed very well. So anyway, those are my final thoughts on this. You guys don't forget to like or dislike. Subscribe if you have not, and put any comments below, and I will try to get back to them when I can. Thanks for watching.